Hello there. Welcome to Nerd.World Films. In today's episode, I am reviewing to a degree and recommending mostly the movies of the Tremors franchise, started in 1990, starring Kevin Bacon, Burt Ward, Michael Gross, this gentleman on screen, as well as Reba McEntire, amongst others. Brilliant cast, horror comedy gold of a movie. Before I get started, I'm going to shamelessly plug this channel and my other two channels. If you like this channel, like any of the videos on it, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, as I'm trying to grow this channel, and it's every little bit helps with it. My other channel is Nerd.World. It's very similar to this one, but it's more specialized in television, cults, sci-fi, fantasy, a lot of Star Trek, a lot of Andromeda, some Stargates, some Battlestar Galactica. If you like that channel, please like, share, and subscribe over there. There's the other one, Nerd.World History, that's much more factually based, that worries more about historical events and people, which I like to discuss, and things that interest me, and I hope that they interest other people as well. If you think these two channels may interest you, please head over to them. There's links in the description below, and like and share over there as well. And on any of these channels, if you think the videos are worth it, click the little bell icon if you really want to. With that said, Tremors. Tremors is a 1990 cult horror classic, the original one, as I said. It's a brilliant, fantastic film that spawned 6 sequels and 2 attempts at a TV series. The first sequel was Tremors 2 Aftershocks, which didn't star Kevin Bacon anymore, but still had a lot of the other main cast, such as Michael Gross and Fred Ward, rather. The original film is very funny. It has the graboids, which are large subterranean Precambrian worm-like creatures that are about 30 feet in length, weigh a couple of tons, and they hunt by vibration. The second film introduced a sort of, not subspecies, but second life stage of their life cycle, where once they've eaten enough, they produce 2 what are called shriekers, that are little bipedal versions that run around on the ground and have a primitive eye that can see thermal energy, basically basic infrared thermal vision, in addition to their other senses. These are voracious little eaters that eat everything in sight, and they replicate through mitosis. Once there's enough of them, after a few days of gorging themselves, they begin to molt, which is explored in the third movie, and which is Back to Perfection, where they become the creature known as an ass blaster. Basically a version that can fly. It's a bit longer, doesn't eat, it's not as much of a voracious eater, it's less of the caterpillar, more the butterfly, if you want to call it a butterfly. It's a beautiful butterfly, I want to call it a butterfly. The fourth film goes back in time, and Michael Gross is the only character who appears in all these movies. He and the TV series, with the exception only of the attempted reboot from 2018, where it does star Kevin Bacon, but I believe that one ignores the continuity of all the other films. The TV series, which he's in, by the way, which comes out just before number 4, does acknowledge the continuity of the previous movies, but the subsequent movies, particularly this one as it's a prequel, don't acknowledge the events of the TV series, which is a shame, because the TV series, which although only 1 season, 13 episodes, was very good, and had, it had a decent cast overall, and was enjoyable, in my opinion. Very enjoyable. It also had Gladys Jimenez and various Dean Norris as other characters who were very compelling, quite interesting characters who were used quite effectively in it. But again, this man has to be the standout of the franchise. He's still with it to this day. What prompted me to do this video is the 7th film in the franchise got released about a week before I made this video, and I only watched it a few days ago, and I thought it was fantastic, even though I thought it was going to really be bad. Number 4, anyway, is a prequel where he plays his ancestor Hiram Gummer, who's a bit of a ponce and doesn't really know how to use a gun, unlike his descendant. He has to fight off the first infestation of graboids, and then they come up with the convoluted reason why people, their descendants, don't know about them 100 years later. The 5th film, Bloodlines, introduces new characters, and I don't want to go into too many details, but these films start to introduce new subspecies of graboid, such as the African graboid that's introduced in number 5, which is larger and more aggressive than its North American cousin. In number 6, which in my opinion is actually better than number 5 as a film, which I'm completely forgetting what it's called off the top of my head right now. which I'm nowhere near it, am I? I've gone way too low. I've gone past it. There we go. Cold Day in Hell. Can't believe I forgot that. Introduces a character who she's quite I won't spoil who she is exactly, but I was about to, but I won't. She's introduced is a fantastic, interesting character. And then you've got, again, Michael Gross playing himself. It also stars Jamie Kennedy, as does number 5. Number 7 doesn't have Jamie Kennedy in it anymore. I'm not going to spoil this one too much, but this isn't a spoiler exactly, but it's right at the beginning of the film. You learn this, but if you don't want to know it, skip ahead about 30 seconds. Okay, right. The graboids in this are all on an island. The eccentric billionaire hunter who wants to have the best hunt ever and has got all these buddies around for a beer drinking hunt of a lifetime. He's got his hands on some what I think are African graboid eggs and genetically engineered them, or at least roided them up to hell, so they're bigger and they're stronger and they're a bit smarter. And basically he loses control of them out of his arrogance because he can't actually defeat them. But again, it's got an interesting premise. It's all on this isolated island, and then you've got a lot of interesting characters who make up the movie, particularly one whose character name I can't remember, but I will quickly look. There we go. Freddy. She was an interesting character. She's able to make bombs out of tins of beans or something. She's a fantastic character, as was the character of Anna, actually. She had going around with a bow and arrow up against these things, and this guy here has fighting Tremors with a minigun. It's amazing. He's like he wanted to be in Predator but just didn't make the cut. He ended up in Tremors instead. Anyway, you look at it. Shrieker Island, good film. In fact, they're all good films, and I can't praise them enough. If you're looking for something cheesy and fun, it's one of the best film franchises you could ever go and watch. It's up there with Evil Dead for cheesy horror fun. It's just not as gory, although it does have its moments of being pretty damn gory. As did the TV series, actually, all things considered. Anyway, as I said, I highly recommend this film. I have loved them for more years than I would like to admit I've been around to like them. And the cast of each of these films, you can always tell when a film... I mean, these films aren't exactly high budget. They're not high brow. They're only just a few steps above Sharknado. But similar to Sharknado, some of the films like that, you can kind of tell when someone is enjoying making a film. And there's something... When someone enjoys their work, it shows. I always believe you shouldn't go to work and be miserable. I try to make the people I work for me not miserable when they're at work. Don't know if I always succeed. I definitely don't. But I try. And... you can tell when watching this film or any of the sequels that the cast are just loving it, absolutely bloody loving it, and it shows, and you can feel it, and it makes the whole film, the whole movie experience more enjoyable. Plus, as well, they're quite well written. The graboids are actually kind of scary. They have genuine moments of being tense. There's your jump scare, and as much as the all of the sequels except maybe Tremors 2. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I'd have to fact check, but I'm not doing. It may have had a limited release at the cinema, but pretty much all the others have gone straight to DVD, or in the case of the TV series, obviously straight to television. And in one case, not released, much to my chagrin, because I'd love to see it. Kevin Bacon returning to a franchise that helped make his career. I'd love to see that. Anyway, back off topic-ish. Tremors is a fun, dumb, cheesy, kinda scary, and very enjoyable film franchise. If you want to binge watch them, if you're looking for something cheesy and fun to watch, I mean, you got other films like Evil Dead, but some of those are a bit more involved, and you might want to spend the energy on. These things you can have them on, you can laugh at them, you can poke fun at them. They'll poke fun at themselves right along with you, and you feel like you're enjoying it along with the cast, and I recommend it. Now that's the end of this video, because I tend to ramble about things I really like, and I've noticed how long this video now is. It's about 10 minutes when I intended it to be about 5. So ramble over. If you liked this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. As I said, I've got 2 other channels. They're linked down below. If you want to check those out, please do. I think the content on them is awesome. But my opinion is biased, so take that as you will. And thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you. And bye-bye.